Hello everyone, my name is Dmitry Rogozhny and today we'll be looking at the video web part. This is the demo web part that I have recently implemented and it allows you to play videos in your SharePoint Online pages. I will show you the functionality of this web part, and after that we'll take a look at how this web part has been implemented. So you might be interested if you're working with SharePoint Online intranets or you're involved in the SharePoint Framework development. So let's start, and let me remove this web part and we will add a new one. So the web part is called video and it requires a couple of settings. So the first one is a link to a video, and I have already got this prepared. Next one is an optional poster link, which is an image that will be shown to users if the video cannot be played for some reasons. Next, we've got a link that users can navigate to if they will click on the video. So something like that. And also we can add some text to show over a video. So a little more about SPFX. Good. And also we can add a filter over a video if we'd like to. And that's it. So let me save a page, and now we can see a video with some text over this video, and also if I'll click I will navigate to the link that I have configured previously. So let me go back, and the last feature I'd like to show you is the following. So let me add a new section, and it will be a full width section. So here it is, and as you can see I can add a video web part to a full width section, and I can add it from here, or I can use the one that we've already added and drag it right here, save a page, and as you can see now the video web part takes the full width of the page. Okay, that's it for the functionality. Now let's take a look at the implementation. The source code for the web part is available on GitHub. I will provide a link to the repository in the description of this video. And I have I've got this project opened in my Visual Studio Code already. The project contains a single web part called video, and let me open the file for this web part. So it is quite straightforward. We've got a set of properties, and we've got get property pane configuration function that returns the configuration for a property for the property pane. I'm using only standard property pane fields, so nothing fancy here. And in the render function, we create the video React component. We provide properties for it, and we ask React to render this component. So pretty standard stuff. Also, let me open the manifest file, and here you can see this parameter supports full bleed set to true, and this one allows SharePoint to add this video web part to a full width column. So if you'd like your web part to be able to do the same, you need to provide this parameter in your manifest. And the last thing I'd like to show you is the video component right here. So you can see that it is declared as the functional component. So usually when you create components, you will see something like that. Let me copy it. Yep. So you will see a class that derives from the React component class, and there will be a render method that should return React components that should be rendered, right? And in this case, I'm using the functional component as a more simple version of a React component. So functional component is a function that receives properties as the argument, and it returns what needs to be rendered by React. So basically it's just a function that returns what needs to be rendered. And as you can see here, we've got at the bottom, we've got this return statement that returns diff, and inside the diff, some additional components are returned by this render video function. And it is a utility function that I've got right here. And before looking inside this function, let me quickly switch back to the page, and let me show you how the web part behaves in different conditions. So for a moment I will remove the video link from the properties, and as you can see, while editing, if no video link is provided, we will see an edit placeholder asking for the configuration. Now if I'll save a page like that, you can see that if the link to the video has not been specified, video will render just an empty placeholder, so we will see nothing. Okay, now if I will provide a video link and still editing the page, you can see that I've got this link right here specified, but while in editing mode I cannot navigate to this link. So it is done in the same way as in the standard image web part. So the link is disabled while editing to avoid users from accidentally navigating away from the page. And if I will save a page, now I've got this video, and as you can see, the mouse pointer has changed, and I can click on the web part and navigate to a link. So that's the behavior, and I've got the same logic right here in the written in the code. So there's a couple of if statements. So here we've got check for if we are currently editing, and if it's true, we check whether we've got the video link available. If we are editing and we do have video link, we render a video container, and we'll get to that in a moment. For now, just think about that as the video player. So if we are editing and we do have video link, we show a video. Otherwise, if we don't have a video link, we return the placeholder. So it will ask for settings. And in this branch, we are not in the editing mode, so we're just showing the web part here. So if we've got video link, then we render a video player, otherwise we render an empty div. So that's the same logic that we've already seen, but written in the code. And the last thing here is this video container. So it is, as you can see, it is a conditional link wrapper component, and inside this component we've got some additional markup. So here we've got div for a filter, here we've got video player, and this one here, this section is for text over a video. So it's a container for text, black plate under text, and the text itself. Okay, and this conditional link wrapper component, it is defined right here. So basically it is a function that receives a condition which will be either true or false, some additional information like link and class name, and the children will contain everything defined inside this component. So as you can see here, we've got this conditional link wrapper, and inside it we've got this this markup. So this will be the children for this component in this case. Okay, and this component checks the condition, and if the condition is true, then we wrap everything inside the link tag, and we specify the link to navigate to, and otherwise we wrap everything in div, so there will be no link. And that's it. So that's just the simple component, and the condition for this component is whether we are editing right now and whether the link to a video, or whether the link to navigate has been provided. So depending on this condition, we either render a link or just a div. And here's one more thing that I would like to show you, and it is in CSS classes. Here we've got the overlay text class that defines styles for a text, and by default it will have a font size of 20 pixels with some additional padding and line height applied. And here I'm using the MS Screen Excel Up mixin from the Office UI Farbic. So this mixin will get converted into a media query. So for larger screens, so for screens of size 1024 pixels and higher, it will apply these additional styles. So the font size will become 28 pixels, and paddings and the line height will become bigger as well. So this way we can use this mixin to make text more readable on both small screens and larger screens. And that's it for today. That's it for the video web part. If you'll have any questions, you can ask them in the comment section, or you can contact me on GitHub. And I will see you next time. Bye.